Hi everyone, today let us calculate questions from exercise 1.1. Last time I already explained how to solve such type of question in the previous video. If you happen to miss that video, please watch that video. Okay, let us directly start. Exercise 1.1, let us start from question number 2. In question number 2, let us read. So that the product of two consecutive integers is divisible by 2. I told you that such type of question, you look at the last number. What is the last number? The last number is by 2. So when we start, since this is 2, let 2q. Then read at the question how many times we are going to write. We are going to write only 2 times. So let 2q and 2q plus 1. So we write only 2 times 1, 2. So if it is 3 times 2q, 2q plus 1 and 2q plus 2. But since the question says only 2 times, so we are going to write only 2. So let 2q and 2q plus 1 be the two consecutive integers okay. So let 2q and 2q plus 1 be the two consecutive integer. We are copying from the question, two consecutive integer. So it should be divided by 2. The question says that find the product, right? So that the product means we are going to find it by multiplying. Then since the question says product, now let us find out the product. So 2q and 2q plus 1 will be multiplied. Okay, so now let us multiply. It is very easy. 2 into 2 is 4. Q into q is q square. 2 into 1 is 2. Here we have q. Okay, it should be divisible by 2. So now let us divide by 2. Okay, if 4 is divided by 2, we get 2. 2 2 are 4. Q, we don't do anything, so we keep q. So if 2 is divided by 2, we get 1. 2 1 is 2, so the remaining is only q. Alright, so this 2q square plus q, this is the quotient we receive after we multiply by 2. So this number which are inside the bracket, you replace with k. Alright, it's very easy. So you can show here where k will be equal to with this one, 2q square plus q is an integer. It's an integer which is divisible by 2. Alright, if the question say by 2, then take 2q. If it is 2, 2. If it is 3, take 3. Alright, so in our question it is only 2. That is why we take 2. 2q and 2q plus 1 be the two consecutive integer. Then the question say find the product, so we find out the product. Then product means we are going to find it out only by doing multiply. So we multiply, then we find the product. Then the product should be divisible by 2. So we divide by 2, then we get the answer. Then k will replace the values which are inside the bracket. So you can show here k equal to 2q square plus q is an integer which is divisible by 2. Okay, then let us try the next question. You will understand more. Okay, now in question number 3, show that the product of two consecutive even integer is divisible by 8. Now What does it say? By 8, right? That means we are going to take the number of 8. So let it is 8, so let 8q and 8q plus. So here since it says even, so we will not write 1 here. See, 8q, the next number should be 8q plus 1, right? But the question says even, so we will not use this one because 1 is odd number. Since 1 is odd number, we cannot use this one. So the even number is, the next even number is 2. So 8q plus 2. Since it says even, so we use even. So let 8q and 8q plus 2 be the two consecutive even integer. Okay, again let us read the question. We are going to find out the product again. So product means we are going to find out by doing multiply. So let us multiply again. The question is easy. So what are the things that we are going to multiply? 8q and 8q plus 2. We are going to do multiply. So 8q will be multiplied with 8q plus 2. Alright. Okay, 8 into 8 is very easy. 64. Q into q, q square. Alright. 8 into 2, 8 2 are 16. So we have q again. Okay, this product, it should be divisible by 8. So 8. If 64 is divided by 8, 8 8 are 64. Q, we do not touch it, so that is why we write itself. Then 8 2 are 16. Q, we don't divide, so we write Q itself. Okay, what did I say? All these numbers which are inside the bracket will be replaced by K. Then you show it where K equal to 8q square plus 2q is an even integer. We are copying from the question only. An even integer which is divisible by what? Divisible by 8. Okay, so if the question says by 8, so you take it 8q, then how many times we are going to write? We are going to write only 2 times. That is why we write only 2 times, 1 and 2. Read the question carefully whether it says odd or even. Since it says even, so we write 2 here. So it should be divisible by 8. That is why we divide by 8. Alright, don't forget to write the number which are inside the bracket, replace with K. Okay, then let us I hope you can understand this type of question. Let us go to the next question again. Okay, now question number 4. In question number 4, see, so that every integer is of the form 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, or 4q minus 1. Now the questions already give the form 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, or 4q minus 1. So when the question give forms, remember that this question is a bit different from the previous one. Look here, in question number 3, it gives only by 8, right? If it is question number 2, then see by 8. So they never give such type of form 2q, 2q plus 1. Alright, so here in question number 4, before we solve, the question is already giving the forms. It should be in the 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, or 4q minus 1. So such type of question, how you're going to start is that always start like this. Here, let A be any integer, then taking B equal to. So start like this. Let when forms are given, you start like this. Let a be any integer taking b equal to, so what is b? B is your divisor. All right, so here what is the number? 4 4 4 4, all the starting numbers are 4, so the number b will be 4. All right, if it is 5 5 5 5, you write it 5. If it is 6, you replace the value of b by 6. So in our questions the numbers are 4, so that is why we replace the value of b by 4. All right, okay, so this is the divisor. Then if divisor is 4, so that r equal to 0 1 2 3. Okay, if the divisor is 4, remainder can be up to 3. Okay, now look here, if the value of b is let's say 3, then r can be up to 2, 0 1 2. So it cannot be same with this divisor. It can be smaller than the divisor but cannot be greater than or equal to with the divisor. Okay, let me show you one example. Okay, look here. Suppose if 5 is divided by 2, 2 are 4, so we get a remainder here. So you know this is the divisor b, this is the remainder r. All right, so the value of r should be always smaller than the value of b. Clear, right? Okay, so if the b value is 3, remainder can be up to 2. If the b value is 4, remainder can be up to 3 only. Clear, right? Okay, then so when okay r equal to, when r equal to 0, we are going to solve for all. So when r equal to 0, so let us solve for this. Yeah, okay, so I told you that if the r is 0, then we will be solving for this value 0. All right, our b value is 4. Okay, since our b value is 4, start with 4. 4 q plus remainder is r, right? Okay, then now 4q plus r, r value is 0. That is why we get 4q. Understand, right? So 0 meaningless. So that is why the only 4q plus with 0 we get 4q. Alright. So we get the first one. Okay. Next we should get 4q plus 1. Okay. When r equal to 0, we finish. Then what is the next number? R equal to 1. So when r equal to 1, how can you write a? Okay, this a. You know that b value is 4, so always start with 4. Don't change this number. 4q plus r. Okay, 4q plus, here r value is 1. Okay, so 4q plus 1. All right, so we get the second one, 4q plus 1. Okay, then next is when r equal to 0, we have done. 1 we have done. Then next is 2. So when r equal to 2, how can you write this a? Remember that our b value is 4. That is why 4q plus r. Okay, 4q. Now our r value is 2. So 2. So we get this one. We already got the second one. Alright. Okay. Now we are left with only this one. 4q minus 1. Okay. Now when r value is 0 finish, 1 finish, 2 finish, so we are going to do by 3. This will be the last one. All right. Okay, when r is 3, so how can you write this a? All right, so this is 4. You know that our b value is 4, so always start with 4. Okay, in the last one, instead of q, you write down k. Okay, there is a reason for this. Just look it now. 4k plus r. All right, 4k, it is just same, we write 4q plus r, so 4k plus r. All right, so here r value is 3, so we write 3 here. Okay, and then 4k plus, so the number is 3, so we want to get 1 here at the last, so that is why it's very easy. How can you get 3? 4 minus 1 is 3. It's very easy, right? So how can you get this number 3? 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay, here is 4. Here we have another 4. So you can take 4 common. Alright. Okay, then remaining is here 4. 1 is 4. Here from here, if we take out 4 commas, only k is remaining. Here from 4, if you take out 4, remaining is only 1. Right? 4 1 is 4. So minus 1. Okay, then now you can write 4q minus 1. I told you that all the values which are inside the bracket, it is replaced by q. So you can write down where q equal to k plus 1. Okay, so when we solve using the r value as 0, we get 4q from the question, so 4q, right? When we use the value of r as 1, then we get 4q plus 1, so we get 4q plus 1. Next we should get 4q plus 2, right? So when r value is 2, we get 4q plus 2. It is still correct. So last one is we should get minus 1, right? So how can we get minus 1 when the r value is 3? So when we solve, at last we get 4q minus 1. So in all the solutions, so we get 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, 4q minus 1. So therefore you can write down the conclusion. We are just copying from the question. Hence every integer is of the form 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, or 4q minus 1. Sorry, it is still very easy. Okay, you'll understand more. Here in question number 2 and question number 3, they are not giving the forms. They only give by 2, by 8. Alright, so when the questions give the forms like 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, 4q minus 1, you start in this way. Don't forget this line. Here, let a be any integer taking b equal to 4. In our question, it is 4. So if this number are 5 or 6 or 7, so replace with that value. Okay, let us go to the next question and you will understand more. Okay, now question number 5. Okay, in this question number 5, show that the product of 3 consecutive integer is divisible by 6. Now by 6, so we need to use the number 6. Okay, how many times we are going to write? We are going to write 3 times. So they don't mention any odd or even, that is why we can directly start. Okay, look. Okay, in question number 5, let the number is 6, that is why we will be using the number 6. Let 6q, they don't mention any odd or even, that is why we can write directly 6q plus 1 and 6q plus 2. Why we write only 3 times? Because the question say write only 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let us continue writing. B, the 3 consecutive integer. Okay, again read the question. It says product, so let us find out the product. So let us all, in order to find the product, we will multiply all this one. 6q will be multiplied with 6q plus 1. Next is 6q plus 2. Okay, so first, all the first number we are going to multiply. So 6 into 6, then 6 into 6. Okay, so 6 multiply with this 6 and multiply with this 6, so you will get 2 1 6. You check yourself. 6 multiply with 6 multiply with 6, so you will be getting 216. All right. Okay, then what about the q? 1 2 3, so q 3. All are plus, so we write plus here. Then we finish multiplication of the first number. 6 multiply with this first number with this first number, so we get 6216. All right, now let us multiply with the second number. Okay, 6 into 1 is 6. 6 2 are 12. Here we have q, don't forget to write this one. Okay, so it should be divisible by 6, right? So let us divide by 6. Okay, if this 216 is divided by 6, you will be getting 36. Let's check yourself. Okay, so if 216 is divided by 6, you will be getting 36. Clear, right? What about this 12? 6 2 are 12. Okay, so when you multiply when you divide 216 by 6, you get 36. When you divide 12 by 6, you get 2. So we are writing the answer here. I told you that these numbers should be replaced by k. All the numbers which are inside the bracket will be replaced by k, and you can show here where k equal to 36q to q, right? So an is an integer which is divisible by what? Divisible by 6. Okay, I hope you're clear with this question. All right, since it says 6, so take 6q plus 1, 6q plus 2. We write only 3 times because the question says write only 3, right? So 1 2 and 3, so it should be divisible by 6, so the answer we divide by 6, and the number which are inside the bracket you replace with k. Okay, so again let us go to the next question, so that you understand more. Okay, now we reach question number 6. Okay, in question number 6, show that the square of an odd integer is of the form 8k plus 1. Here they give only one form. Okay, when we look to the previous question, then in question number 4, you look here, they are giving many forms: 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, 4q minus 1. All right. Okay, and I told you to start in this way. Let a and be any integer taking b equal to 4, right? Okay, but in question number 6, we have only one form, 8k plus 1, right? In question number 4, we have many forms. Okay, so in question number 6, we have only one form. All right, and the number is 8k. So such type of question, how will you start is that solution. Let read the question. So that the square of an odd integer. All right, so is of the form 8k plus 1. We are going to show that odd integer is in this form. Okay, so the question already give 8k plus 1, so let, since they use the word 8, since they use the value 8, we will be using the value 8. All right, So instead of k, you replace with q plus 1. Let it q plus 1 be the odd integer. They say odd integers, that is why we say odd integer. Let it q plus 1 be the odd integer. Here 8k plus 1. So we will be using 8q plus 1. Only the k is different. Alright. Okay, if they use 9k, then 9q. If they use 6k, then here it should be 6q. Let 8q plus 1 be the odd integer. Alright, and now read the question. What did the question say? The question says that square, right? We should take the square. Then 8q plus 1. Now let us take square. Since the question said take square, we are taking square. You know that a plus b whole square formula? A plus b whole square formula. What is the formula? A square plus twice ab plus b square. Okay, so now let us apply this formula. This is your a, this is your b, this is your a, b, right? So according to formula a square, our a is 8q. So a square plus twice ab twice a b, so b plus it should be b square. So our b is 1, so 1 square. You know the 8 square. What is 8 square? 8 square means 8 into 8. So 8 are how much? 64. Q square is q square. 8 2 are 16. We have q. You know that 1 square is 1. 1 square means 1 into 1. 1 into 1 is still 1. Alright. Okay. Now it should be divisible by this 8, right? So now let us take 8 common. If 64 is divided by 8, what do you get? 8 and r 64, so we get 8. If 16 is divided by 8, what do you get? 2. 8, 2 are 16. Okay. All these values which are inside the bracket, we should always replace with k. Alright. Then plus 1 is still remaining. You can show where k equal to q square q. Okay. So now we get the question. The question says that we should get 8k plus 1. So we get 8k plus 1. Alright. So you can write down the conclusion. Hence, square of an odd integer is of the form 8k plus 1. Conclusion we are copying from here. Alright, square of an odd integer is of the form 8k plus 1. I think the question is a bit easy. Look carefully. They give only one form and the number is 8, right? So since they use 8k plus 1, you use 8q plus 1. Alright, and the question says do square, so we are doing square here, and a plus b whole square formula is here. If you don't know the formula, then you apply it, then the number should be divisible by 8, so we divide by 8. Alright, then we get the answer. Clear, right? Okay, let us move to the next question again. Okay, now question number 7. Okay, in question number 7, let us read. If a is divisible by neither 2 nor 3, it means that there is one number a, that number cannot be divided by 2 and 3, right? So that a square minus 1 is divisible by 24. So that number which is not divisible by 2 and 3, it will, when we put in this form a square minus 1, it will be divisible by 24. Okay, let me give you some example. You see this here. Let's take a number 1. Okay, so this one you cannot divide by 2 and you cannot divide by 3. All right, then what about this number 2? Number 2, it can be divided by this 2, but this 2 it cannot be divided by 3. All right, that's what. Then we cannot take this 2. All right, because 2 can be divided by 2, so we will only consider a number where it is not divisible by 2 and 3. Okay, 1 cannot be divided by 2 and 1 cannot be divided by 3. Okay, then 2, it can be divided by 2, so that's why 2 cannot be taken. What about 3? 3 also we cannot consider because 3 can be divided by 3. All right, then what about 4, the next number? 4 also we cannot consider because this 4, it can be divisible by 2, right? 2 are 4. Then what about 5? Yes, 5 we can take because 5 you cannot divide by 2, 5 you cannot divide by 3. All right, so we are going to take such type of number which is not divisible by 2 and 3. Okay, then we are going to consider a number where it is not divisible by 2 and 3. Okay, so we are going to consider numbers like 5. This 5, it cannot be divided by 2, it cannot be divided by 3, and like 1, it cannot be divided by 2, 1, it cannot be divided by 3. So we are going to consider only such type of number. All right, okay, then let us write down. When we write down, you will understand more. The numbers which are, we are copying from the question, which are divisible by neither 2 nor 3 are 1, it cannot be divided by 2 and 3, 5, 7 also. This 7 we cannot divide it by 2 or we cannot divide by 3. Okay, let us take more. 11, 13, then so on. All right, there are many numbers which cannot be divided by 2 and which cannot be divided by 3. Okay, if you take at least 4 or 5 number, that is more than enough. All right, so 1, 5, 7, 11, and 13, these numbers cannot be divided by 2 and 3. So you check yourself. Just see this 11 cannot be divided by 2, 11 cannot be divided by 3, right? Okay, then so this number which cannot be divided by this 2 and 3, when we put in this form, a square minus 1, it will be divisible by 24. Okay, so now let us look that one. Okay, then now see a. Now let us put when a equal to 1. Let us start with this number when a equal to 1. So what is our formula? A square minus 1, right? Okay, a square, our a is 1. 1 square minus 1, right? Then 1 square is 1. Then minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. You know that 0 can be divided by 24. So which is divisible by 24. 0 can be divided by any number, right? Okay. Now when a equal to, next number is 5. Okay. What is our formula? A square, right? A square means 5 square. Next is minus 1. Minus 1. Okay. You know that 5 square is 25. 25 minus 1 is 24. Okay, 24 will be able to divide by 24. We know very clearly 24. So which is divisible by 24. Okay, what is the next number? 7. Okay, when a equals to 7, what is our formula? A square minus 1, right? Now our a is 7, so 7 square minus 1. You know the 7 square is 49. 49 minus 1 is 48. Okay, so 48 is divisible by 24, right? 24 2 are 48, so which is divisible by 24. Okay, we are left with 11. Okay, let us let us try with this 11 again. All right. Okay, then when a equals to 11, then what is our formula? Our formula is a square minus 1, right? A square minus 1. Okay, you know that 11 square is 1 2 1, right? 11 square means 11 into 11. You find it out, the value will be 1 to 1. Answer will be 1 to 1. So 11 square is 1 to 1 minus 1, right? Okay, then 1 to 1 minus 1, so 1, it should be 120. So 120 also, it will be able to divide by 24. All right. 120 we can divide by 24. Okay, 24 5 are 120. You check yourself. So which is divisible by 24. Okay, so you don't need to do this 13. If you do only 4 times, it is okay, more than enough. So the number which are not divisible by 2 and 3, when we put in the form a square minus 1, it will be divisible by 24, right? So we already show here. Okay, so this is the question, you can solve easily. The thing is that you find it out those number at least 4 which are not divisible by 2 and 3. 1 cannot be divided by 2 and 3, 5, 7 and 11. So this number cannot be divided by 2 and 3. So if this number we put in the form a square minus 1, then we will be able to divide by 24. Clear, right? Okay, then let us go to the next question. Okay, now question number 8. So that any square number cannot be put in the form 4k plus 2. Now form is given. I told you when form is given, how to start. Alright, so let us understand the question first. So that any square number, the number which we are going to take, we are going to put in the form of square. So when we put in the form of square, it cannot be put in the form 4k plus 2. Right? Okay, so I told you when forms is given, do you still remember? When forms is given, you start in this way. Here let a be any integer, taking b equal to 4. Why? Because all the numbers are 4, right? Okay, so in this question also, let a be any integer taking b equal to, here in our question, what is the number? The first number is 4, that is why we should take it as 4. Then if the divisor is 4, I told you that what will be the r value. So since this is 4, the r value can be up to 3. 0, 1, 2 and 3. Alright, If this 4, we can write only up to 3. If this 5, we can write only up to 4. So in our question, the divisor is 4. So the remainder can be up to 3. Alright. Okay. Now let us continue. When, let us solve for the 0 first, when r equal to 0. Okay, when r equal to 0. So the question said take square, right? So a square. So this the number is 4. That's why we will be taking 4q. If the b value is 5, 5q. If the b value is 6, 6q. In our question, the b is 4. That's why 4q plus r. So it should be square. The question says take square, so we write square. It's very easy. 4q plus r. What is our r value? R value is 0. Okay. So 4q into 0 is still 4q. Alright. Then 4 square is 16q. Understand? Okay then. So here the number is 4. So now let us take the common 4. 4 are 16. Alright, 4 are 16, then 6q. Okay, so this 4q, when we replace, I told you the number which are inside the bracket, replace with k. So 4k. Alright, which is not in the form 4k plus 2. So is it correct? Look here. Those square number we cannot put in the form 4k plus 2. So we cannot put. Here we get only 4k. Alright. So we did not get 4k plus 2. So which is not in the form 4k plus 2. So the question says that when we solve such type of question, we will not get in the form 4k plus 2. So here also we are not getting. We get only 4k, but we do not get 4k plus 2. Okay. Now let us try again. When r equal to here 0, finish. So when r equal to 1. Okay, let us take when r equal to 1. So when r equal to 1, the question said take square, don't forget this one, so a square. Okay, then our number is b4, so we take 4, right? 4q plus r. Okay, so this 4q plus r. All right, 4q plus r. Our value is 1. Then you apply the formula. When you apply the formula, you will be getting 4q a square plus twice a b plus b square, right? So a plus b whole square formula, we are using the formula of a plus b. So you 4 square, you will be getting 16, right? 4 square are 16. Q square is q square. Okay, 4 2 are 8. Okay, 1 square is still 1. All right. So here our b value is 4. So that is why take out common for 4. If you take out 4, then 4 are 16. Here 4 2 are 8. Okay, then number which are inside the bracket you replace with k, where k equal to this 4q 2q. Okay, so we get 4k plus 1. All right, so the question says 4k plus 2, so we cannot get 4k plus 2. So which is not in the form 4k plus 2. So we cannot get 4k plus 2, we get only 4k plus 1. So we are writing which is not in the form 4k plus 2. Right? Okay then. So likewise, you can do for 1, we finish. Okay, let us do for 2. So 0 we have done, 1 we have done, now only 2 and 3 is remain. Okay, let us try for 2. Okay, now when r value is 2, okay, now let us take the square, don't forget to take the square. Okay, 4q plus r, so 4q. Now our r value is 2. Instead of r, we are going to write 2. Alright, then apply the formula a square plus twice ab plus b square. Okay then, so you will be getting 4 square is 16, 4 to r 8, 4 to r 8, 8 to r 16, 2 square is 4. Again our b value is 4, right? Since our b value is 4, take out the 4 common. Okay, now you take out 4, 4 are 60. Now this is again 4, 4 are 60, right? Then plus 4. Okay, now 4, the number which are inside the bracket, you replace with k. Okay, right? So is it in the form of 4k plus 2? The question says that we will be getting 4k plus 2, right? We cannot get 4k plus 2, right? So here also we did not get 4k plus 2, right? So which is not in the form 4k plus 2. So we cannot get 4k plus 2. Alright, so here we get only 4k plus 4. So that is why we are writing which is not in the form 4k plus 2. Okay then, we are left with only 1, right? That is when r equal to 3. Okay, a square. The b number is 4. That is why we take 4q r. So it is square, so we take square. Okay, now let us apply the formula for q square, a square plus twice a, then our b is now 3 square, right? Okay, then 4 square is 16, then 4 2 are 8, 8 3 are 24, then 3 square is 9, right? Okay, then now again our b value is 4. That is why always take 4 common. Okay, now we take 4 common. 4 4 are 16, 4 8 are 4 6 are 24, right? 4 6 are 24. Okay, this side is 9. I told you the number which are inside the bracket replace with k. So this also which is not in the form 4k plus 2. Alright, so here also we get 4k plus 9, we do not get 4k plus 2. So that is why we're writing which is not in the form 4k plus 2. So now we can write down the conclusion. Therefore, any square number cannot be put in the form 4k plus 2, right? So we cannot put in the form 4k plus 2. Look, we did not get 4k plus 2 here, also we did not get 4k plus 2. Clear, right? Okay, so let us go to the next question again. Okay, now question number 9. Show that any square number is of the form thrice n or thrice n plus 1. So in the previous question, they said that square number is not in the form 4k plus 2. So it says the square number will not be in the form 4k plus 2, right? But in question number 9, it says that square number, this square number will be in the form 3n or 3n plus 1. So the only difference is that in the previous question it says that the square number will not be in the form 4k plus 2. Alright, so here it says the square number will be in the form 3n or 3n plus 1. Alright, okay, let us start. I told you such type of question when the form is given, how to start. Let a be any integer taking b equal to, here what is the number? 3, right? Here also 3, so b value will be 3, such that if the b value is 3, then r value can be up to 0, 1 and 2. Alright, if the b value is 3, the r value can be only up to 2. If the b value is 4, r value can be up to 3. Alright, I told you in the previous question. Okay, now when r equal to 0, let us start with 0 first. Okay, the question said take square, don't forget this one, so let us take square, a square. Okay, then our b value is 3, so it should be 3q. Alright, then 3q, our remainder is 0, right? So 3q plus r. Okay, we take square 3q, our r value is 0, so 0. Okay, so 0 is nothing, 3q plus 0 is, so we still get 3q, so 3 square is 9, q square is q square. Alright, okay, then now what is our b value? B value is 3, so take 3 common, 3. Okay, then now let's take 3 common. Now when we take 3 common, 3 are 9. Alright, okay, the number which are inside the bracket, since they are using the letter n, so replace with n. Alright, so you can mention here where n equal to 3q square, so we get 3n. Alright, the question says that we will get 3n, so we get 3n. So it's very easy. So for 0 is finished, right? Okay, then now let us try for 1 again. Okay, when r equal to 1, then a square, remember that our b value is 3, so it should be 3q plus r, don't forget this, square. What is our r value? Our r value is 1, right? Okay, then now you know that a plus b whole square formula we have done many times already. A square plus twice a b plus b square. 3 square are 9, 3 2 are 6, 1 square is 1. Okay, so our b value is 3, don't forget our b value is 3, so take 3 common. Okay, I take 3 common. 3 3 are 9. 3 3 are 9. 9 cube square. Next is 6. So 3 2 are 6. The number which are inside the bracket replace with n. Alright. Okay, you can show here where n equal to 3q square plus 2q. So we get thrice n plus 1. The question says we will be getting thrice n plus 1. So we are getting thrice n plus 1. Right. So we are left with only one number. 0 we have done. 1 done. Now 2. Okay. Now for remainder 2. Right. Okay. Since the solution is same, I already solved for you. Okay. When the remainder is 2, 3q plus 2. This is for remainder. Alright, this is a plus b whole square. So a square plus twice ab plus b square. 3 square is 9, right? Then 2 3 are 6, 6 2 are 12. So q, so 2 square is 4, right? Okay, then now we have 9q square plus 12q plus 4. Okay, so look here, what is this? 4. This 4, how can you write? 3 plus 1 is 4. Alright, 3 plus 1 is 4. Instead of 4, we can write like this, 3 plus 1. Now, since the question said, since our b value is 3, now let us divide by 3. 3 3 are 9, right? 3 4 are 12. Then 3 1 is 3. Okay, then 1 we do not touch it. So all the number which are inside the bracket, so we replace with n. So you can mention here where n equal to 3q square plus 4q plus 1. So in all the solution we get either 3n or thrice n plus 1, right? So you can write down the conclusion now. Hence any square number is of the form thrice n or thrice n plus 1. Alright, okay, so let us go to the next question. Okay, now in this question number 10, show that one of three consecutive odd integer is a multiple of 3. Right. Okay, so that one of three consecutive odd integer is a multiple of 3. Okay, so we are going to find out that those three consecutive odd integer is a multiple of 3. So if you don't know multiple, last time I already told you. Okay, look here, if this 3 2 are 6, so we can say that 6 is a multiple of 3. All right. Okay then, so let us solve this question. In such type of question, we are going to consider like this. Let a, okay, a plus 2 and a plus 4 be the three consecutive odd integer. Okay, so you may be wonder, since the question say odd and we are plus with 2 or 4. Okay, let me give you a very simple example. Suppose let's say that this a is 1. All right, since they say odd number, you know that 1 is odd number. If you want to get the next odd number, all right, if you plus 2, we get 3. All right, so we should plus with the even number if you want to get the odd number. So next odd number is 3. If you want to get the next odd number, then 4, right? Okay, then now look here, 4 plus 3 is 7. That means in odd number, if you plus even number, you get odd number. Clear, right? That is why they are saying odd. That is why we plus with even. Why? Because in odd number, if we plus even, then we get odd number. Okay, and see, in, let's say that this is odd. In odd number, then if you plus another odd number, then you get, see, even number. All right. In odd number, if you plus odd number, you get even number. Okay, so in odd number, if you plus even number, you get odd number. So in our question, we want to get the odd number. That is why we should plus with even number, right? That is why we should plus with even number. Clear, right? Okay, then taking b equal to, what is this, 3. So taking b equal to 3, such that if b is 3, r can be up to 0, 1, and 2. We cannot write 3. All right. Okay, then uh, we can start our calculation. Okay, then now, so this a can be in the form, this is 3, right? Okay, then so 3, then I told you to write 3q. All right, then plus r. Okay, 3q plus r. Okay, then so here let us take for the first one. The first one is, what is the first number when r equal to 0? All right, when r equal to 0, then 3q plus, instead of r we should replace with 0. Okay, then you know that 3q plus 0 is still 3q. All right, so 3q is a multiple of 3, because 3 1 is 3. So you can write down, which is a multiple of 3. Okay, then next let us try for the second one. All right. Okay, so the second is a plus 2. First one is a. The first one is a. Second is a plus 2. Okay, now let us try with a plus 2. Okay, now let us do for a plus 2. Okay, what is our number? Our number is 3, right? Okay, then so 3q when r equal to, now our r should be 1, right? Okay, that means 3q plus 1. From the question we have another plus 2, right? So plus 2. Okay, 3q, you know the 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, take 3 common. If you take 3 common, here only q is remaining, here 3 1 is 3. Okay, then this q plus 1 you can replace with k. All right, you can show where k equal to q plus 1. So this is 3, you know that 3 is a multiple of 3, so is a multiple of 3. Okay, then next is a plus 4. Okay, a plus 4. Okay, what about the remainder? 0 finish, 1 finish, next is 2, right? So the remainder is 2. Okay, then don't forget the number. Our b number is 3. All right, then 3q. What is our remainder? Remainder is 2. From the question we have plus 4 plus 4. Okay, then 3q, you know that 4 plus 2 is 6. You can take the common. You take 3 common, then q, 3 2 are 6. Okay, number inside the bracket you replace with k. Alright, so where k equal to this q plus 2. You know that 3 is a multiple of 3 because 3 1 is 3 is a multiple of 3. Alright, so all the 3 consecutive odd numbers are the multiples of 3, right? Here also we get 3q, we can divide by 3. Here also we get 3k, we can divide by 3. Here also we get 3k, we can divide by 3. So these are all these odd integers, consecutive odd integers are multiples of 3. Okay, so you can now write the conclusion. Hence, one from the question, hence one of 3 consecutive odd integer is a multiple of 3. Okay, so conclusion you can just copy from the question only. Hence, one of 3 consecutive odd integer is a multiple of 3. Alright, this question is a bit different, so it is very difficult also, so it is important for the exam. Okay, let us go to the next question. Okay, we come to the last question. Show that the product of any 3 consecutive even integer is divisible by 48. Now the question is by 48, so we will be using the number 48. So this type of question we have done many times. Okay, see, since the number is 48, you take 48. Let 48q plus 2 and 48q plus 4. So we are not writing 48q plus 1, 48q plus 3. Why? Because the question says even. Alright, okay, then 48q, then 48q plus 2. So we are writing the, we are taking the even numbers only. 2 is even number, 4 is even number, 1 is not an even number, and 3 is not a even number. So let 48q plus 2, 48q plus 4 be the 3 consecutive even integer. Alright, then the question say product, find the product. Alright, then let's do the product. 48q will be multiplied with 48q to 48q plus 4. Okay, now let us multiply. So start of multiplication, all the first number multiply with this 48. Second step is that all the second number multiply with the 48. Alright, okay, all the first number let us multiply 48 into 48 into 48, right? So you do it yourself, so you will be getting 110,592. How many q? 1 2 3. Okay, 48, see, 48 into 48 into 48. Okay, you find it out yourself, so you will be getting 110,592 q. Alright, okay, then first number is finished. Now multiply with the second number. So 48, second number here is 2, your second number is 4. So 48 multiply with 2 multiply with 4, you will be getting 38384. Alright, So we have only one q. So find it out, confirm yourself the answer. So the question says that it will be divisible by 48. Alright, so let us divide by 48. 110592, when you divide by 48, you will be getting 2304. Alright, okay, check yourself. 110592, when you divide by 48, you will get the answer as 2304. So q, we still don't touch it. And then this 384, when you divide by 48, you will be getting only 8. Alright, okay, then this 48, those numbers which are inside the bracket, I told you, replace with k. So you can write down where k equal to, inside the bracket, 2304q plus 8q is an even, they say even, it's an even integer which is divisible by 48. Alright, okay, which is divisible by 48. Okay, so this type of question we have done many times. So this is the last question. So this is the last question of exercise 1.1. Alright, okay, so practice again and again, so then it becomes easy. If the numbers are by 48 or by any number, start with that number. Alright, and if the questions give like forms, if the question give forms, then always start with the questions like let a be any integer. Alright, okay, start in this way. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Today it is a bit long, and that is for all of you, so you practice it again and again so that it becomes easy.